Welcome to Symbols and Synchronicity. This is a sanctuary where we decode the hidden language of the universe and the meaningful coincidences that shape our lives. Today, we are exploring a legend of the heart, the ancient East Asian wisdom of the invisible red thread, a sacred tether that binds us to our destiny before we are even born. Have you ever moved through the world and felt a sudden, inexplicable pull, as if a needle were drawing a stitch through the fabric of your heart? Perhaps you were walking a path you have trodden 1,000 times, yet today, your feet felt guided by a map you never drew. We often call these moments accidents, or simple coincidences, but in the quiet language of the soul, there are no accidents. There is only the agreement. In the ancient wisdom of the East, they speak of a truth that is as invisible as the wind, yet as sturdy as the roots of a cedar tree. It is the Unmei no Akai Ito, the red thread of fate. It is a sacred tether, a gift of the great mystery, tied to us before we ever took our first breath. It reminds us that we do not walk this earth in isolation, but are part of a grand, shimmering web of reciprocity. This thread is not a shackle, it is a promise. It is the universe's way of ensuring that certain souls, destined to mirror one another's light or share one another's burdens, will always find their way home to the encounter. Today, we step beyond the illusions of the mind to look at the spiritual architecture of this connection, a scarlet cord that may stretch, may tangle, and may test our patience, but which possesses a strength that no human hand can ever sever. To understand the origin of this bond, we must look to the light of the moon, where the old ones say Yue Lao, the lunar deity, sits in the silver silence. He is the keeper of the Book of Marriages, a ledger not merely of names, but of souls who have agreed to meet in the physical dream of life. He does not work with iron or stone, but with silk, a bag of scarlet thread that he weaves into the great tapestry of human relationship. In the traditions of China, it is said this thread is tied around the ankles, a reminder that every step we take is a movement toward another, a slow dance of the feet upon the living earth. In Japan, the story shifts to the pinky finger, where a hidden vessel of blood, the ulnar artery, carries the pulse directly from the heart to the hand. This is the heart pulse thread, an extension of our very life force, reaching out into the mist to find its counterpart. This thread is a manifestation of a primal truth, that we are born into a state of belonging. Long before the mind begins to create its stories of me and you, the spirit has already signed a covenant in the moonlight. You were tethered to your teachers, your healers, and your loves while you were still a seed in the dark. It is a beautiful architecture of destiny, ensuring that even in the vastness of the world, no soul is truly a wanderer without a destination. We must let go of the idea that the thread is a straight, unwavering line. In the wild world, as in the spirit, growth is rarely linear. Just as the willow branch curves to find the light or the river bends to respect the mountain, the red cord follows the rhythm of our own becoming. It is a living thing, and because it is alive, it has the capacity to stretch, to loop, and even to tangle. The tangles are not a failure of fate. They are a necessity of the journey. When the cord becomes knotted, it is a reflection of a sacred not yet. You may feel the presence of the other soul, a ghost pull in your chest, but the timing is still being prepared by the earth and the sky. You are being asked to grow, to shed your old skins, and to unlearn the stories that keep you small. The knot is simply the universe holding space for you to become who you need to be before the encounter can safely occur. There is a profound freedom in knowing that this cord is unbreakable. You can travel to the furthest edge of the world or hide behind the walls of your own fear, but you cannot outrun the agreement. The thread may fray under the weight of our resistance, but it possesses a tensile strength beyond our understanding. It reminds us to trust the tension. The distance between 2 points is not a void. It is a bridge of scarlet silk, holding the connection steady until the moment the universe decides to pull the ends together. If we listen with the ears of the heart, we can begin to feel the thread tightening, signaling that a meeting is near. These are the whispers of the earth, the small synchronicities that act as breadcrumbs along the trail. Perhaps you begin to see a name everywhere you turn, on a passing truck, in the pages of a borrowed book, or spoken by a stranger in the market. This is not a coincidence. It is the vibration of the cord hummed by the wind. It is the universe waking you up from the dream of isolation. There is often a sudden, wordless tug in the center of the chest, a pull that defies the logic of the mind. It is a quiet command to turn left instead of right, to enter a door you have always walked past, or to linger a moment longer in the rain. When we honor these impulses, we are practicing the art of the hunter, tracking the scent of our own destiny. We are saying yes to the lunar hand that is gently shortening the distance between two souls. But we must remember that the red thread does not only lead us to the arms of a lover. It is a much more generous weaver. It connects us to the Karmic Teachers, the souls who arrive like a sudden frost to prune what is dead within us, or like a spring sun to coax our hidden seeds into the light. Some stay for a season of lessons. Some stay for a lifetime of companionship. Regardless of the duration, each one is a sacred appointment, a knot in the web of reciprocity that helps us remember our true nature. When you feel the ache of loneliness or the cold wind of a long waiting, remember the tension in the cord. In the wisdom of the woods, we see that the tension of a bow is what gives the arrow its flight, and the tension of the soil is what allows the seed to crack its shell. This stretch you feel is not a distance of abandonment. It is the necessary space for the soul to expand. To be connected is not always to be side by side. It is to be held in a constant, sacred awareness. Do not exhaust yourself by hunting for the thread or trying to force the encounter with the strength of your ego. The thread is already there, woven into the very marrow of your being. Your only task is to live with integrity, to speak your truth, and to keep your end of the cord clean of the stories that do not belong to you. When you honor your own life, you honor the connection. You trust that the same intelligence that guides the migration of the geese and the turning of the tides is also tending to the scarlet silk between your fingers. An invisible red thread connects those who are destined to meet, regardless of time, place, or circumstance. It is a covenant written in the stars and rooted in the earth. The thread may stretch until it seems it must snap. It may tangle until the way forward is hidden from view. But it possesses the immortality of the spirit. It will never break, for the universe does not make mistakes in its weaving. You are already on your way, and so are they. As you return to the quiet rhythm of your day, I invite you to pause and listen to the pulse in your own hands. Have you felt the tug of the scarlet silk lately? Perhaps there was a stranger whose eyes felt like a memory, or a sudden convergence of events that felt too intentional to be mere chance. These are the gifts of the weaver, the moments when the invisible becomes visible. I would be honored to hear the story of your own red thread, the synchronicities that led you to a person or a lesson you were destined to know. In the sharing of these stories, we strengthen the web for everyone. We remind one another that the world is not a collection of broken pieces, but a living masterpiece of connection. Carry this awareness with you like a prayer. You are tethered to the beauty of the world, and you are being called toward your people with every beat of your heart. If you felt the tug of the red thread today, I invite you to subscribe to Symbols and Synchronicity and join our community of seekers. If this story resonated with you, please give the video a like. It helps the weaver bring this message to more people who may be searching for their own signs. Don't forget to tap the bell icon so you never miss a new exploration of the universe's hidden language. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. Until next time, trust the journey and stay open to the signs.